Listen to the Engine Failure podcast, you might have heard that my GTR kind of broke. Today I'm going to explain what happened. Before we begin, we need a little bit of a backstory. As some of you guys might know, I have an Army Tricks exhaust on this car, and you might have seen me install it in a previous video, and it sounds like this if you're interested. Well, as I was saying, that was part number one. Part number two was actually making this car straight pipe, adding the downpipes, and getting the car tuned so it could shoot some flames. So, we'll ignore the dirtiness of my exhaust right now. It's, not the cleanest. But basically, for those of you who don't know, I had the exhaust fitted that goes from there to there. That's essentially like the catback, and from there to there is the downpipe. So now, putting downpipes on a GTR is a pretty simple thing. However, Nissan's made it kind of difficult, actually. First of all, when you put the downpipes on, you have to undo, like, these self-tightening locks that just don't want to come out, and, well, they're a bitch. Anyway, so I had a shop do it for me, and that saved a bunch of time and a bunch of headaches. However, when you get downpipes installed to your car, you need to tune your car, or else your car will run like either lean or rich, and the software just gets all sorts of messed up. I went searching the internet for the best tune, and there are two possible options, sorta kinda, that you can go with for a GTR. You can either go with Cobb, or you can go with ECU Tech, or EcuTech, as I think they're called. I call them ECU Tech. Anyways, there's an awesome company out of the UK called Lenny Tuning, I believe that's how you pronounce it, and they've tuned a bunch of GTRs. So I was like, hey, I've got a GTR. Do you guys want to tune mine as well? And they did, and I got the software from them, and they helped me tune it, and it was amazing. When I was doing that, that's when you might have seen me put on Instagram and Twitter this interesting photo that scared a lot of people, which was pretty fun, honestly. Anyways, I went and downloaded the tune, got it installed in the car, retuned the gearbox as well, and the car was perfect. Until I tried to turn it off. On the interior of the GTR, there is something here. The screen. Now when the car's on, this screen tells you a bunch of things like your speed, how much fuel you have, blah blah blah, a bunch of important things. And when I tried to turn my car off, that screen didn't turn off. It just stayed on the entire time. All the numbers went away, but the screen stayed on. And the problem with a screen staying on when your car's not on is that it will kill the battery, which it did. That led to a very long process of trying to figure out what the hell went wrong, and I've been led to believe it's something a little bit more simple than I may have thought. So in the car, down by the pedals, over to the side here, it's very dark, there is a fuse box. Inside of that fuse box, if I can open it, are a bunch of fuses. Now, you might remember when I got my exhaust installed, we had a little problem with it. When you're installing an Army Tricks exhaust, one of the cool parts about it is you have a valve that opens and closes whether you want the car to be loud or quiet. Well, for whatever reason, on this car, Nissan decided, no, we are gonna change the way we do things and refuse to give it power. What that meant is when we had to install the exhaust, the guy who did it, the GTR master as I refer to him as, he built me a custom fuse or a custom circuit from the fuse box that powered the Army Tricks sort of Bluetooth thing so I could control it from my phone. When he did that, it worked perfectly fine and was great. However, when I got the tune installed, something along the lines messed up and short-circuited. So now I've got a car that every time I turn it on, the screen doesn't turn off, and it constantly short-circuits and is killing its own battery. I eventually had to take the entire tune off of the car, restart from scratch, and figure it out. I played with the fuse box a little bit myself, just experimenting and seeing what people wrote online, and by some miracle, it doesn't do it anymore. I couldn't tell you exactly what I did or exactly what was wrong with this car, but it was definitely broken. So like I was saying, if you've been listening to the Engine Failure podcast, you probably heard me for the past month complaining that this car isn't working, and, well, it's finally back. And I think more importantly, now we have a GTR with a full Army Tricks exhaust, and the thing sounds insane. The next video on this car, we are going to be driving it around and checking out the brand new exhaust note on this thing, because, warning, it's pretty loud. Until then though, thank you so much for watching. The AR12 hoodies are back in the store. There's a link down below if you want to get one for yourself. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys soon with some more videos on the GTR. See you guys then. Bye!